Nation that there was some doubt in Sailor Nation because of the graduate of 15 players, 9 on defense, 6 on offense. I think they were laid to rest against East Kentwood, my
And
friend.
they were, and we took what was no-name players or not known as what their capabilities were, and we turned them into highlights for the entire rest of the week afterwards.
Trayshawn Hatcher averaged 11 yards per carry. First down every time he touched the ball.
Yep, and Brady Rose did a magnificent job
Mr.
of
Everything.
managing and defense as well. He came up key on both sides of the ball.
Yep. Want to welcome everybody. Sailor Nation Sports is live streaming.
Yes, and
that's where we belong on the airwaves.
Yes,
throughout the world.
And we are live streaming not only our beautiful voices and faces.
Well, this is true.
But we're also going to show you some football on the screen this time too.
Football. And before we go any farther, I want to thank personally you and Kim and by the way, Noah is with us.
Step on in, Aaron.
Noah, the legend himself at the University of Michigan. How are the Obamas doing? Have you seen our girl Sasha? You have not seen Sasha yet?
My friend did see Secret Service.
Well, when you see Sasha, just tell her your dad and I say hi. Would you do that for us? Okay. But we're back. We're doing what we truly enjoy doing. And I want to thank everybody out there in Sailor Nation that the positive responses back have just been overwhelming.
Absolutely. And we can't go without thanking the administrative support as well.
Oh,
Todd Conrad has been just an absolute awesome supporter of this. But he's a supporter of all stuff Mona Shores, and that's his responsibility to look after that as well as take care of us. So,
yep.
and Principal Bustard and Superintendent Bill O'Brien all have been extraordinary supporters of this, and we're live now. We are live on the air with football. And
so if you're not a member, and I know I'm speaking to the choir, if you know somebody wants to join up, how can they join our family?
Well, if you're listening to this right now, you know how to get on here. You just need to have whoever it is. You can go in and personally invite that person, or you can share the link to this group. Once they submit to be a member, we go ahead and approve them. We'll be looking all night long for any new members that want to join. So please, anybody that wants to be part of this awesomeness throughout the entire school year and beyond, make sure to get them on board here.
I couldn't have said it better myself, so that's why I don't say it.
That's probably why I said it.
Yeah, that's probably why you do what you do. But we do want to welcome everybody. We're just minutes away from the kickoff, Game 2. Sailors on the road here at Bay City Central High School. And Engel Stadium voted one of Michigan's best high school stadium. In fact, just a matter of 3 years ago, they won their 500th game as a program. That's quite an accomplishment.
That is impressive. And, I've never been over to Bay City's stadium and their high school, and I actually looked up some pictures to just kind of get a lay of the land as we were getting ready to set up. I'll tell you, the nostalgia here is pretty awesome.
It's old. It's a very historic community. And what's pretty neat, though, the north end zone goalpost, and maybe we'll have Kim and get a shot of that later on, but you kick an extra point, it's going to hit the school.
Yep.
I mean, it's that close.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
And, one of the drawbacks to this field as well, if you look at the visitor side especially, there's not, and even on the home side here, there's not a lot of space between the out-of-bounds line and the stands, which is cement and metal.
What's missing? That's a little quiz here. What's missing that your son...
Track.
Yeah, there's no track around
There's
here.
no track.
Track's across the street over there. So Sailors won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So Logan Heckema, the transfer from Reeves Puffer, will be kicking off, number 55. Is that 55? 85. Correct me, number 85.
We don't have 85.
We don't have 85 in the program. I'm assuming he's 85.
We'll see if we can figure out who's wearing 85 tonight.
Well, it is Logan Heckema kicking off. I know that for sure. And we're underway. Engel Stadium, high end over and kick. It's going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Taken by number 4. Breaks through down to about the 20, 25. Run out of bounds by number 6. That's Kyrie Hamill. And number 4 is Sam Smith. So we're underway. 1st and 10 for the Wolves here at Engel Stadium. Beautiful night here, mid-60s.
I'll tell you what, it's a great night for football, that's for sure.
In fact, I have got Bay City. It's cloudy and 68 degrees. Yeah.
Those that are just joining us, we'd like to thank you. Thanks for coming on board here. Again, let's see. Jeff Gutowski, class of '84 from Payson, Arizona, says best of luck tonight. So, love getting those out-of-towners and people that just can't see the game.
Twins to the top, power left. 3 the ball carrier. That's Unique Houston.
Number 75 on the
Tackled by number 75. That's Trey Ward, the junior. Trey Ward on the tackle. Gosh, we're live streaming. This is a good thing.
This is it. I love it.
Yep. You've got some good news about some money that we got later on. We'll talk about that and some upgrades that we're going to do.
Absolutely, and a few more ways that you guys can catch the rebroadcast of Sailor Nation Sports and our coverage. So,
Twins to the top, H-back to the right, split left, offset the I.
Hand off to 3.
Hand off to number 3, Houston, the ball carrier. Look here, that's number 50.
So we're early in the game here yet.
Joey
Nick,
Cerner. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk a little bit about the keys to our game. And last year I started doing this, the keys to success for Sailors versus the Bay City Central Wolves. Simple offense. We do not need to do anything major. We need to practice our fundamentals, which also plays into mistake-free football. And finally, avoid this trap game. You know, we came off of a big win last week against East Kentwood. We cannot fall into a trap game and lose our steam.
Offset I, counter to 3 to Houston. Houston is going to be bottled up. It looks like he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Tackled by number 50, Joey Cerner, his second tackle of the night. So it brings up a 3rd and about 1. 10-12, counting down here. Saginaw Valley, member of the Saginaw Valley is...
Actually, they gave him a first down on that
Bay
one.
City Central. They do give him a first down. Want to congratulate Steve Swanker, head coach of the freshman team. They won 36-22, and they go to 2-0 on the season and off to Reese Puffer next week for their first conference game. Twins to the top, split left. Offset back to the right. That's Houston. Houston's going to cut through, and he's tripped up
Tackled
by number 6, Kyrie Hamill, the junior, 5'10", 167 pounds.
So
Basically comes in 0-1, having lost a close game to Frankenmuth last Friday.
yeah, and I tell you what, I give both of these teams, especially last year, Bay City, a lot of credit, and Mona Shores this year for the travel across the state. That's a long ways for both teams to go for some Friday night lights.
Yes, it was. And all 3 teams.
All 3 teams,
and
that's
we
correct.
left at and God bless Jennifer Busser. I mean, absolutely for that. Houston is going to be tackled for about a gain of 1 by number 6. And number 11, it's Pierce and Kyrie Hamill. I tell you what, that Kyrie Hamill is just flying around tonight. Jennifer Busser traveled with Coach Koziak and Asante Brown over here. We left Muskegon at 8:30. We stopped at rest area 127. Kids ate lunch right there, boarded up and brought over. Got things situated. First-class administrator. Amby, just first-class, just a first-class district doing the right things for kids at the right times for the right reasons.
Was it too early for your Jamocha Shake?
Oh, yeah, that, no.
I mean, you don't ever travel.
No,
for
I
the
know I do,
games, and
but
too early.
it was way too, but
That's
there
the
will be
exception.
one tonight on the way home.
That's good.
I can count, oh yeah, there will be a Jamocha Shake at Arby's stop. But I did get a cappuccino pumpkin spice, thank you
Wow,
for asking on the way
yeah,
over.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
I did have something. So we got timeout, Bay City Central with 8:22 remaining. It's first quarter action, 3rd down 7. Hey, we're going to give you a minute. Make sure you come right back. quick break here. They're 1 minute long. Unusual time to call a timeout here. 8:22. It's 3rd and 7. So most likely they don't get the touchdown. Then they're going to punt. Team's going to come up. Twins to the top. Wing right, tight right. Jet motion. Fake the jet to number 4. Going to go downfield. Got a gentleman open and
Beautifully.
I've been looking for a flag, but great job broken up by Noah. Who? Number 23, Jalen Hobson.
And Hobson actually got beat, but he came back to that ball, and he came over the top clean to be able to make contact with that ball,
athlete,
and
yeah.
it was a great play to be able to come back on that because he had kind of done a curl, came back to the center of the field there, and he had to make up some ground.
Brady Rose, Keontae Pierce back to receive the punt. They are not in punt formations, which is unusual. Mona Shores is going to take a timeout here on the field. So back-to-back timeouts, one for Bay City Central, one for Mona Shores. I don't understand it. They're not in punt formation, and it's 4th and 7. You're deep in your own territory, but we're going to have to take a break. You take one with us. We'll be right back. Your score, Bay City 0, Mona Shores 0. Unusual. Want to welcome everyone back. Chess match going on here. So timeout by Bay City to see what it can do. It don't work out. 4th and 7, thinking they're going to punt right away. They don't. They're in an offensive formation. Timeout Mona Shores. So now it's going to be Trovinger and Rose are going to be back. What a punt. Now that's a beaut. That is going deep. That may end up in, that was a heck of a, let's count it out. So you're looking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50. That's a 65-yard punt, and it goes out of the end. That was a great punt. That was a great high, tight spiral, hits, rolls out of bounds. You couldn't have asked for anything better than that.
Underneath it, just hung up there forever.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Sailor ball's going to be marked at the 20-yard line. Brady Rose making his second start in for the injured Kane Borsma. And I got some confirmation from Coach. It looks like Caden could have played today, but they're going to give him another week off and get him ready for Reese Puffer.
That makes sense. You know, this is I don't want to say it's a non-conference game. It's not expected to be as much of a challenge as others.
Kyrie Hamill carrying the ball. Correction, that's Keontae Pierce on the jet sweep, tackled by number 14. That's Sporman, Kyle Sporman.
And back to that, obviously, anytime you have injuries that are healing, if you get an opportunity to give it a little bit more time, you always like to do that.
7:51 counting, ball at the 34, 1st and 10 for the Sailors.
Hand off to 2.
That's number 2, carrying the ball, our boy,
Flag on the play. Probably.
Trayshawn Hatcher. There's a flag on the play over on that far side over there.
Took a hand injury on number 14 for Bay City.
14 for Bay City coming off Sporman, Kyle Sporman coming out. Yeah, it looks like a left hand injury. I'm going to go over and see the trainer. We're waiting to see what the flag was. Looks like it's going to be against Mona Shores. We're going to see, maybe not. No, it looks like it's going to be against Bay City.
It sounded like it was a face mask.
Is that what it was, a face mask?
Came up and hit him.
Oh, okay, so it's a face mask. It's going to bring automatic first down for the Sailors. Ball's going to be marked right at the 50-yard line on their side of the 50, the south side. Twins to the top, Twins to the bottom. Hatcher, the lone back, offset to the right. Brady Rose is your quarterback. Pierce in motion. Brady going downfield, little overthrown for Trovinger. Colby Trovinger, the intended receiver.
Well, he had two receivers he could have picked up there. They definitely had the spacing and capability, but Rose just kind of threw it over. Got a little too much air underneath it and launched it too far.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ball's on the far hash on the east side of Ingalls Stadium, home of the Wolves. I was here back in 1997, 22 years ago. Brought a team over from Muskegon.
That was the last time you brought it?
The last time I was here at the stadium and played. Hatcher breaking through down to the 40, 30, 20,
speed.
10. Makes one more cut, 5. Touchdown, Motor Shores. Get up for Trayshawn Hatcher.
And I'll tell you what, once he broke through the line. To give the offensive line a
Oh.
lot of credit. We did last week as well. But they are opening holes the size of semis. He's able to get through. And once he gets into that secondary, the second level, he turns on the jets, and he just ran right past them.
He's really been, to me, he's a pleasant surprise. I didn't know he was that quick, and he played a ton. He had over, I think Coach Kozak said on the ride over today, 851 yards last year total. I mean,
well,
it's something in for Sincere Dent.
And he, nobody, I think we lost sight of the fact that he was so useful.
Good, you're right.
Because of all the other stuff. Sincere Dent was the hammer.
Snap, the kick. It's up, hits the school. It is good. So your score was 7:02 remaining on a 4-play drive. Your Sailors are up 7-0. I want to welcome one back. If you have missed anything, you've missed a 50-yard run by Trayshawn Hatcher to give the Sailors a 7-0 lead here at Ingalls Stadium. It's a non-conference game, second game of the year. We have one more non-conference coming in 2 weeks when we play host to the Rams of Rockford.
And that'll be a tough game.
Oh, absolutely. Heckema kicking off. It's a nice kick. May go out of bounds.
Nope.
Now he's going to pick it up at about the 4-yard line. He's going to break a couple tackles. There's a flag on the play. Ball carrier number 4 is Sam Smith. He might have been smarter to let that ball go out of bounds.
It was headed that way.
It was heading that way or into the end zone. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds. They would have had the ball at the 35, but he picked it up. It's going to be a penalty, though, it looks like, against the Wolves. We're going to look at the official here. I'm just waiting. Unless Noah, did you see it?
I did not.
All right. Want to thank Kim Akotis. He's up a block in the back. Ball's going to go back 15 yards. But Kimmin, the visionary, he's here. Nice upstairs here,
Right
covered
next to us, yeah.
right next to us. But nice to have Noah here. And now where's my boy Connor? Connor came over
got a
with
special assignment today, actually. He was able to
sounds-
make the trip over here with you in the morning.
Right,
It's
and-
part of an assignment from school.
Oh.
If you look along, you see Connor over in the corner of the end zone there with a camera. He's
Oh,
over there
yeah.
working with Mr. Drosky in the broadcasting
Well, I got a
class.
funny story to tell you about Connor here.
Oh, boy.
Once we got here, this is one we can hold over on him for a while too. All right, offset I.
3 on the carry.
That's Houston, the ball carrier.
Tackled by 75.
Tackled by number 75, Trey Word. So we get over here, right? And we're looking around, and we go into the locker room. And who's in our locker room? There were some volleyball girls, and they got their little uniforms. Gosh, do you think I can maybe like walk the halls a little bit and just let them know? And blah blah. You go. Well, yeah, I think you probably could. I'll go with you. Oh, would you a little bit? So we started walking around a little bit. And I go, I got to get ready. Once you, well, I'm a little afraid. Don't be afraid. You're a nice young man. So he wanted to scout out some Bay City girls over here.
Well, I mean, you know,
Well, not only that, but they had to be 16 or older too.
Right.
He said, well, okay, fine. We got our age criteria.
Connor.
Sailors bouncing around here. That's breaks a couple ball carriers. He's going to get loose about 30. Number 3 trying to be somewhat elusive. Unique Houston picking up the first down and somewhat elusive on carrying the ball, but he is going to get the first down. Houston, the ball carrier, brings up a first down and 10. Ball's going to be marked at the 28-yard line.
You know, as some individual players, Bay City does have some talented players on that team. Houston, probably by far at this point, is the most talented, and he's at least making Mona Shores work for some of this.
Oh yeah,
you know, and that's a great development of a future right there. I'm not sure what grade is Houston in.
Houston
he's a senior.
He
unfortunately.
is a senior.
That's a bummer for Bay City.
First and 10.
Sophomore or junior.
Hash. There's Bobble. It's going to get out of the hands of the quarterback. Never really got it. I don't know if he wasn't quite ready when the center snapped the ball. It's going to be a loss of about 5-10 yards. It'll bring up a second down and 20. They're saying second down and 19. Then a loss of 9.
A few shout-outs. Cliff Rundell says, hello, Nick Davros.
What's up, Cliff? How you doing, buddy? God, Cliff was one of my first students that I had when I started teaching.
Gerard down in Arkansas, my brother from another mother, class of 92, Mona Shores.
In Arkansas?
Yep, Don recently retired from the Army. He's now working down there.
Well, congratulations and thank you for serving our country, my friend. Another fumble. So that was a bobble by the quarterback. The snap was good, maybe a little bit long.
It looked like there was a little bit of a miscommunication, or the running back came across just as the ball was coming to the quarterback. So I don't know if there was some contact.
It might have been as well, too. So it's going to bring up a, third? Third and 19. Ball's going to be back on the 14.
So, Patsy, I'm adjusting my volume on here. I see that you said that it was a little hard to hear me. I'm hoping that this makes a little bit of a difference. I did adjust my microphone. Usually it's Nick we got to yell at to put the microphone in the right place, but maybe it's just me today.
Well, when you're dealing with perfection like me. 44 is going to put what a shake. What a nice run. He's going to pick up about 9 yards. He's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. Number 44 is Jamar Griffin, 5'10", 190 pounds, but it's going to bring up a fourth down. No, who was the tackle on, son? Number 9 on the tackle. That's Cam Sobish, the Mike linebacker tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we got Brady Rose is back along with number 11.
Another beautiful kick. Boy,
Pierce, Pierce. Rose is going to take it. Fake one way. Rose is going to go around there. We're going to have a flag on the play. We got another flag on the play. Rose is going to take it to the house. Down to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. But we've got laundry everywhere.
We ran out of. There's four. There's four.
3, 4 flags on the play. But you know that baby's going to be coming back.
They're all
what a
on
shame.
the Wolves.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Gosh, what a great one. And God, you know, once we're able to update and, you know, review someplace, Brady started to the left, flow goes up, then he cuts it right back, sets up. And it's just a thing of joy to watch a good ball, a smart runner.
And
like
you
Brady.
hope that, you know, watching that return, you hope that it wasn't any one of these, you know, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4 actual, you know, illegal blocks or whatever it may be. You hope that it was really because it was set up well, not because of an illegal block, you know, from that perspective. So.
Officials confirming at about the 30-yard line right there. Go ahead and make fun of me because it wasn't down. I know. When I'm not talking, I don't put it up. When I'm talking, I don't bring it down. I'll get there, okay?
I know you will. You know what? You're tired. It's been a long day for you.
It's been a long day.
You've been going since probably about.
I got up at 6, on the road at 8:30, and just was in the box with the freshmen, then coached my own game, JV, and want to congratulate my staff and the kids. 40-6, we go 2-0 on the year.
Beautiful.
At the JV level, so it was a nice win for the kids, and got to play every kid.
Who was the unsportsman on? I didn't hear. So just a little bit of the booth that we have here. Let me switch this over. It's hard to see. Unlike our booth at home, obviously we have the ability to open a window. Here we don't. So a lot of the referee sounds or the game sounds, they do not come into this area of the booth at all. So
And
it's difficult to
especially the
hear it.
announcer, when
Yep.
Dan Vandermine saw, we hear Dan because we're almost right next to Dan. But here we don't get anything. So we're going to do the best. We do pass our apologies along. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked back at the 28-yard line. Wow, that's a huge penalty. It takes away a touchdown, too.
Over 100 people watching us. Well, those that are just joining us, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Sailor Nation Sports Network over here, Bay City Central Wolves. And more people joining the Facebook page, so I'm proving them as I see them come through. So those of you out there that know people that need to get in on this, send them our way. Glad to add them.
1st and 10. Rose is the quarterback. We'll get into that starting unit in just a minute. Rose going to keep the ball. Rose cutting down to about the 50, 40, 30. Rose might go to this 20. We're going to be run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Brady Rose getting a majority of it back in one play on the inside veer with the keep. Tackled by number 4, Sam Smith. Not until Brady gains about, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, about 70 yards on that carry.
And about 50 of those yards are only due to the fact that he made a beautiful read and cut right as he came through the line. Yep. And he juked just about everybody out of their shoes.
1st and 10, ball's going to be knocked down at the 12-yard line. H-back all set to the left. Hatcher the back. Hatcher going to carry the ball. There's going to be a flag on the play.
More than likely a false start.
Boy, that's just got to irritate Coach Koziak right there. Little things like that. Brings up a false start. Maybe a lineman wasn't quite down. A skill. Somebody maybe moved forward just a little too quick.
Well, mistake-free football. It was the
that
second
was
one of my
that
keys
was
to
one
success.
Of your keys to tonight's game.
And you know, it's not even as much the success of this game, but it's the discipline that you continue to develop each game you go to. So when you get to the later stages of this season, that discipline is just second nature. And I'll be to be fair to Mona Shores, they've been pretty well mistake-free, big mistakes over these first 2 games so far.
Hatcher.
Oh, man.
Hatcher. Oh,
he
my
is just,
God. 2 jukes.
There was at least 3 or 4, and he just kept moving. He looked like Barry Sanders on there.
Trajan Hatcher.
1, 2,
God.
3, 4. I just watched the actual feedback of the live feed on here, and there's a little bit of delay from the actual what we're seeing.
Yeah.
And there was 4 different moves that he made in there, just made people stop.
That's amazing. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Ball's going to be down at the 2-yard line for the Sailors. Knocking on the door once again. We're down to 2:20 here in the opening quarter, non-conference. Bay City Central, Engels Stadium. H-back off to the right. Hatcher going to carry the ball, and Hatcher is just going to prance right in for another Sailor touchdown, my friend.
Well, they made it look easy, and honestly, they moved that ball right down the field like you would expect them to. 1 penalty on it. Well, we had the penalties obviously on the kick return itself, but the drive only had the 1 penalty, and that was pretty good football.
It's your
drive.
basic 3-play drive too.
Yeah,
basic 3-play drive. So 2:07, Sailors up 13-0. Swinging gate from left and right. Logan Hackema is going to be the kicker for the PAT. Kick is up. It is good, and it hits the school once again. Your score with 2:07 remaining here in the first quarter. It's your Sailors up 14-7. A basic 3-play drive is topped off with a touchdown. Welcome back, everybody. 2:07 remaining here at Engel Stadium, Bay City Central High School. Your Sailors up 14-0. Hatcher's got it teed up and ready to get her down the field. The low squib, might go out of bounds, and he waited this time. Smart move by number 44 to let it go out of bounds. That's Jamar Griffin. Better move that time. You know, automatically MHSAA rules say ball is kicked out of bounds. It gets taken at the 35-yard line. So the Wolves will take over 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked at the 35-yard line. Sailors taking care of business right away tonight. I think Coach wants to try to get as many players in as he can.
Well, I mean,
tonight in this 9-conference.
Maybe it's a little bit selfish. Not really. I mean, it makes sense. But if you can get a running clock and get out of here a little bit earlier, you get home a little bit earlier. You guys are already looking at what? Close to midnight, 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock, yeah. We had a running clock in our JV game. They have a rule here, especially at low level. If you're up by 28, it goes into 20 o'clock, and we were blessed to be up that. And we were able to play everybody, which was good. 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Sailors in their base 4-2-5.
And up to 3.
3 the ball carrier.
That's Houston. I'll tell you what, he's
Houston
got
Houston is one tough cat. 5'11", 175. Houston runs well.
Yeah, an 11-yard run, and it was not an easy one, too. He was pounding his way through there.
What do you got, Noah? Trovinger?
75.
75 there on the tackle. It's Trey Warden with Trovinger. Brings up a 1st and 10. Gain of about 11 on the carry. Twins to the bottom. H-back offset to the right. Going to be a counter. Hatcher. Correction, that's Houston on the carry. Tackled by number 11 for the Sailors, Keontre Pierce. That time, Houston didn't follow his blocker. They had like a counter tray where the guard and the tackle both pulled, and he felt that he needed to bounce it outside not once but twice. But he picks up about 4 yards, brings up 2nd down and 6.
Cliff wants to know if his grandson, James Olson, is on your team.
He is not.
Cliff Rundell?
Yeah.
James Olson.
No, I think he's on the freshman team. I'll have to look at a roster and see. No, Cliff, he's not on mine. Quarterback's going to keep the ball, number 8.
Tackled by number 9.
Hayden Jedisak.
Number 9 on the tackle.
Tackled by number 9, that's Cam Sobish.
Linda Robertson, thank you very much for the kudos. She said, great game, Coach K and staff. I believe that's for your awesome win.
Well, thank you very much. 3rd and 18. We're down to 12 seconds. Probably going to let this run out.
That'd be 3rd and 8.
Correction, 3rd and 8. I'm sorry, I look like a 1 from here. But they are. Bay City's going to run it out. So we've come to the end of the first quarter of action. Here, Bay City Central, Engel Stadium, your score at the end of 1. Sailors comfortably up 14-0.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
hope you had a good break. We've come to the end of the first quarter, getting ready to start the second quarter here. Angle Stadium, Bay City, Michigan. And my friend, we are live streaming today.
Yes, and it feels good to be able to bring the entire product to everybody. Although I know that you guys love hearing us talk. You guys like to watch the game too.
Yep. Oh, nearly intercepted by number 6. Oh, man, right through Kyrie Hamill's hand. He read it absolutely perfectly.
He did read it perfectly, but he was about a half a second late on the turnaround. I think that's why he couldn't get his hands up there quick enough.
Sam Smith was the intended retriever. Rose and they alternate. I think this is Travinger. And Travinger back now.
Hi, Mom. I love you too. My mom's watching again.
Oh, this family thing going on. Number 8 with a nice punt. Trav's going to pick it up. Oh, nice block by number 23. Oh, my God. That was a great block to spring Travinger, number 23. Jalen Hobson just leveled this kid to spring Trav and pick up about 15 yards. Mom, love you too. Just thought I'd sure share that, you know. So it brings first and 10. Ball's going to be marked and around what? The 22-yard
line.
So you're going to get home late tonight too? Or are you spending the night in
No,
Ann Arbor?
no. I'll be making the trek all the way. So
Yeah.
bring Noah back. It's about an hour and a half from here, and then it's another 2.5 from Ann Arbor. So
Base 4-2-5 defense for the Wolves. Brady Rose underneath center. Trips to the right. Trips left. Split right. Down there. Travinger with the reception. Gonna picks up about 1, 2, 3. He'll bring up second down and 7.
those just joining us, thanks again for tuning in to Sailor Nation Sports out here, Bay City, Michigan, against the Bay City Central Wolves. And your Mona Shore Sailors so far through freshman JV and so far through the varsity are doing well.
Last year that we played Bay City, we'll be picking up some new teams. Rose on the keep on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Get the first down, tackle by number 75. Shea Cribbs and number 6, Alex Jerome.
You know, I tell you, we've been talking about Brady and his decision-making ability, and he's able to, maintain this gameplay. That read to not hand that ball off, that Bay City Wolves guy came through and absolutely stuffed Hatcher, but Hatcher didn't have the ball. Brady took it up through the center. It was great.
Brady going downfield, well thrown ball to who's that? Is that Jalen Hobson? 23. Yeah, Jalen Hobson, that ball was thrown perfectly. Just well defended by number 3, Houston, the 5'11", 175-pound running back and defensive back.
I have to say hi to my sister, too. She's out there as well.
Why don't we just have a family reunion somewhere next time?
Pretty much every week I do.
Sister, mom, brother, aunt, uncle, lost parent somewhere for some reason tuning in tonight. I don't know. Is there anyone else that?
I do have relatives up in the Traverse City, Suttons Bay area watching. They're watching. Yeah.
Oh, are
yeah,
they watching?
Yeah.
Should we just say, what about if we just did like a group hi to everyone? Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There, you know what I mean? Because this Hatcher carrying the ball.
Tackled by 33.
Tackled by number 33. Relisky. So it brings up a 3rd and 5. Ball's going to be marked at the 38-yard line. Be nice to get one more in here before half, I would think, and I think it's possible.
It would be very nice.
Sailors pitching a shutout right here. Hatcher carrying the ball. He's going to bust through. Hatcher across the 40, down to the 50.
Gone.
40, 30, 20, 10. Trayshawn Hatcher.
That flag may
with
be
a touchdown, but there's
back,
a flag.
a block in the back, I believe.
Oh. Hatcher's going to be over 100 yards. And Well, we're
Yep,
going to
I
wait
believe
and see.
that's a block in the back.
Yeah, Mona Shores is walking back. That is just got to frustrate Coach Kozak to no end. Second big penalty now, second touchdown that's got called back. Too.
Yeah, on penalties, and that's again,
Yeah.
the mistake-free football.
And that's going to come back. It may not come back and haunt you this game, but in a big ball game or something, it comes back to haunt you.
It does, and that's unfortunate, especially when you're looking at, you run 70 yards down the field after breaking through all of that. It's exhausting. I mean, you're looking for the rest now. You should be on the sidelines letting your special teams and your defense get ready to take the ball.
4-2-5 for the Wolves. Looks like we got a little blitz coming up there. Hatcher's going to get the ball. Fake to Hatcher. Rose keeps it. Picks up. Now there's about a loss of about a half a yard on that play. So it's going to bring up a second down and about 10 and a half. It's really a revamped team from last year. You lose 9 on defense, 6 on offense. A lot of new bodies.
Oh, absolutely. And that was why week 1, you have your questions, you have your unknowns.
Hatcher going to carry the ball. Hatcher escapes one. Hatcher around that right side down about the 20-yard line.
He wanted to jump in behind Jalen Hobson, but Hobson wasn't moving fast enough.
17-yard gain. Yeah, and there were a lot of questions. A lot of people would come up and ask us how we're going to be. Well, we lost a lot. We're going to be young. But I think a lot of those questions were put to rest.
Against a very good East Kentwood team.
Well, against a good East Kentwood team, 2.5 size of Mona Shores.
Some D1 commits on that team as well.
Wisconsin, Penn State.
Yep.
They had some athletes there. 9 minutes exactly, counting down here, second quarter. Engel Stadium. Nice stadium. What's nice about it is, too, Rose on the keeps, not going to pick up about 2 yards, tackled by number 77. That's Paul Wagner, 5'10", 200 pounds. What's nice is there's no track, so you are literally right on top of the field, which is nice. And you rarely see that in this day and age. Track is on the east side, right behind the visitors section over there. It's an old school, very historic.
Yep.
Nice little town. Our old superintendent, John Felsky, was from this area at Muskegon, now since retired.
The Chartiers originated. Papa Chartier,
really,
from the Bay City area, I believe.
Trey Sean Hatcher goes for a touchdown, 26 yards. And, we were talking about it, just to watch him, how he sets up his blockers is just a joy. The Chartiers from here?
Yeah, the
dad?
The Grandpa Chartier, Ray Chartier, I believe.
Was he a firefighter too?
Sure, he still is. He was with Ferrisburg.
So it's third generation now?
Yeah, third generation, correct.
Wow, that's amazing. Sailors up 20-0, 8:05 here. Swinging gate, left to right, as usual. Heckema coming in for the kick. I wonder what's happening to DeKuyper. DeKuyper was doing a lot of kicking. Was having a good little contest there with it. Maybe DeKuyper's long field goal. He's got a nice foot. Coached with his dad years ago, Jeff DeKuyper. Want to say hi to Jeff. Snap, Brady with the hold. Heckema kick up, and it is good.
Heckema's got a good boot, too.
Remaining here in the second quarter. Your Sailors now up by 3 touchdowns, 21-0. Listen, you take a quick break and come right back.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Champions.
We are back. Got the signal from Joe Kanuka, the man with just a dream. A man with a dream.
And a microphone.
And a microphone. I got to remember the microphone part. 'Cause 44 breaking a couple tackles. That's Jamar Griffin, number 44. Getting a nice little return. Ball's going to be right about at the 24-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Wolves of Bay City Central High School. I want to welcome everybody to Sailor Nation Sports. We're going to be live streaming next week now, aren't we?
Yeah, next week is a very big game. Actually, we're going to have to set up some time to do some pregame on that one, some pregame show. It's the Sailor Salute. We want to do some interviews with some of the local first responders as well as some of the military. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity and against a crosstown rival as well.
The Rockets of Reese Puffer High School. Hey, I got a question here. What is the link to watch the game from Aaron James?
And Aaron James just needs to make sure he joins that Sailor Nation Sports group. The closed group, once he gets in there, we'll approve him, and all he's got to do is find the link right on the page.
So he joins at
the closed group, Sailor Nation Sports. And for those that are joining us, have been here all night or just joining us now, we always want to thank you guys for being awesome, outstanding fans. Love being able to give the shout-outs to the people that are out there, and it's a pleasure to be able to do this. And it's a pleasure to have you guys giving the shout-outs as well. So welcome to Sailor Nation Sports Network. I'll tell you what, Gerard. Anytime you are in town during one of those games, this will be the third year, I believe, that they've done the Sailor Salute. If you are back in town, make sure that you let me know. We'll get you in one of the interviews.
Question, does it have to go on Facebook in order to join?
Yep, he's got to be on Facebook. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Be 3rd and 12. Wolves haven't been able to get much going in this drive.
Wolves haven't been able to get much going on any drive, to be honest with you. 2nd down and 3. Nice little screen right there to number 44. I tell you what, that was well set up. I was going to say, boy, they're going to tackle him. And that's Griffin, Jamar Griffin. That was a nice fullback screen to Jamar Griffin. Well played on that one. Nice call by the coach. But it's still not going to be enough because it's going to be 4th and about 5 yards to go.
Looks like the kicking team is coming in, and all but one kick from the punter has been absolutely phenomenal.
You know, punting really is an art. I mean, the ball's got to be right. It's got to come off the outside of your foot in order to get that spiral effect, so when it lands, it rolls. Little rugby style here right there.
Goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looks at about the 40. I think you're right, my friend. The field is going to go out there. We're at the 35, 36, 36-yard line right there. So Kimmon's here up top with us, covered, nice and warm, with a great view. Connor is somewhere doing something for some reason.
Connor, I see him down there on the field, actually. He's over in the
well, I thought his camera died.
Well, he said maybe he just didn't know how to use it.
Or maybe he's faking and Drosky's here. You know, he's trying to make it look good.
Hey, speaking of crowd, I should say, speaking of Connor, I'm looking over at our crowd. This is actually a pretty decent travel for our crowd out there.
Oh, yeah. It's a great travel.
This is fantastic, quite honestly.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
All this way on this side of the state.
Yeah,
kudos to the Sailors fans to making that.
Little bubble.
That would be, boy, I'll tell you what, that could have easily been a fumble.
Well, it could have been a lateral if it would have gone back. It would have been a lateral right there.
And considered to be a fumble at
that
point.
So in that case, it's just an incomplete pass.
I could hear the Wolves coaches downstairs
yelling
that was a fumble.
Yeah, and we have to tell the officials in our game, our JV games, you got any trick plays? Well, we got a double pass where it goes backwards as a lateral and we throw it downfield. Then he asked me, my first time in 40 years, tell me what foot does your punter use to kick the ball? I go, well, he's a right-footed punter. what foot does your kicker use to kick off? I go, why are you asking? It helps us where to locate ourselves in order to see if it's ever roughing the kicker. I've never been asked that question before, and I complimented the officials.
And that does make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, if
right,
he's on
right.
the opposite side of the leg
Right,
that's
so he
going,
can
you
see it
really
right.
wouldn't. Yeah.
And then the official complimented our staff, my staff, and the kids on our professionalism and how well our kids play. So it was a compliment to the kids and my staff. Just a great staff. Trent Eckerly, Mark Kanukin, Officer Ryan Peasky, and
Mark Konechny.
I'm sorry, Mark Konechny.
He would like to have the last name.
Mark
Konechny,
Konechny, firefighter for Norton Shores, worked for you, and Officer Ryan Peasky. So I got a great group of coaches with me, great group of kids, and it looks like it's going to be a first down for Norton Shores.
4:48 left in the third
Hatcher
or
on the
second quarter,
tackle.
rather.
Sailors coming up by 3 touchdowns.
A few more shout outs here. Scott Willicke, you're welcome. We appreciate you watching, and we love doing this. Teresa, glad you're done making the brownies for the marchathon for the band. Looks like Vicky O's is enjoying it. She thanks
All
us
right,
for doing
so
this.
Coach James up in the box accepting Muskegon Mustangs. I just sent a request.
All right, well, I'll take a look and see if I see Muskegon Mustangs.
If you see Muskegon Mustangs, fake jet. Rhodes going to keep the ball. Rhodes going to get the first down and some bonus yards. Tackled by number 6, Alex Jerome. 5'8" junior, 140 pounds.
You can let him know that I am not finding him on there, so he has obviously not submitted it correctly just yet. Over 132 people watching.
Wow.
And we appreciate that. Brady drops back to pass, picked up by number 85.
Hackman at tight
Going
end.
all the way.
He's going to ramble in for the touchdown on a pass from Rose to Heckema. So now he doesn't see it because what? What did he do wrong?
Well, his request has not come through yet.
Oh, okay.
Has not popped up. So. Yeah, Heckema picked that up. A great pass by Brady Rose, and he was off to the races.
Heckema must have been at tight end then, where they put him in a new little package, maybe swinging gate.
Thomas Ryfield, thanks, from a 1966 grad. Glad you could join us.
A few years ago. Welcome to the family, Thomas. It's great.
Matt Robertson thanks us, says we do a great production.
Hi, Matt. How you doing, Matt? And I coached back in the day.
Matt and I went to school.
You and Matt went to school together?
Absolutely.
Wonderful guy. He's got a wonderful wife, Brandy. Some great kids. Kick is up, and it is good. So 3:44 remaining here until halftime. Sailors now up 28-0. Take a quick break, but please make sure you come back and mention us to some of your friends. We'd love to add more to our family tonight.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
You know, I was scouting last night at Muskegon. Got home at 9, in bed about 11. Up at 6, doing here. I'm glad we don't have any more of these. My games are on Thursday. I get to sleep in, come, be with you guys. Life will be perfect then. Heckma with the kick is going to go down and bobbled at the 5-yard line by number 4 there, Down across the 20, 25. You're going to be
Good
run
return.
out of bounds. Sam Houston tackled by Jalen Hobson. Again, our thoughts are always with Jalen this season at the loss of his father in August. Paul Sr.
Summer.
This summer, Paul passed away at the young age of 40. And he's resting in God's hands right now. Jalen, we love you, buddy. And I know Dad's watching right now. So 3:37, 1st and 10. Trips to the top, split left. Lone back is number 3. That's Houston. Well, Houston's going to be one tired cat tonight, I'll tell you.
He is.
Quarterback, there's another little screen. Houston's going to get the ball, going to pick up the first. No, it'll be about a yard or two short. Tackled by number 22, Brady Rose.
I'll tell you what, they're getting some success with that screen.
The screen's nice.
And,
the screen is being right.
You know, it's between Houston running the ball and somebody getting a screen.
Right.
And it's really, it's kind of a chess match, trying to figure out who's going to do what.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. And that's
when
basically
when they sniff it out, Mona Shores has usually got it wrapped up pretty
Yeah.
well. But when they're off, we're playing the opposite
Oh,
one.
that happened to me. I sent a blitz to everybody, and he ran the ball. Oh, my God. Houston carrying the ball. Going to be tackled by that interior.
Maybe even
Trovinger at linebacker.
No gain.
Trey Ward.
My good friend Todd Schweer, he thinks we should be doing Ohio State games. Broadcasting Ohio State games.
So
he knows better. He knows better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's not that
he's an Ohio State fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe because we do such a good job, he wants to just
Well,
really to upgrade Ohio State football, which we could.
We could. I mean, that would be an upgrade for anything, really. If they just quit playing football, would be an upgrade to Ohio State football.
This is true.
And the Mona Shore or the University of Michigan student back here says "Go Blue."
Houston carrying the ball. Picks up about 2 yards. Is going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, so we got a minute 41. Clock is ticking down, almost to halftime. One more score. It would be obviously a running clock situation. I don't know if we'll see it in the first half.
No, you can't. It's got to wait till second.
No, I mean 35 points in the first half. Second half, any 35-point difference is a running clock.
Timeout, Bay City. Interesting. The minute 15. It's 4th and 3. You're down. Jeez, doesn't matter.
We'll go here.
Doesn't matter. You're down now. See, this is an interesting timeout. You're down 28. It's 4th and 3. You're in your own end zone. I think they're afraid to turn it over, to be honest with you. I don't think they want to punt and give it back to them. They haven't stopped them ever.
Well, then why do you pull it? Why do you?
And
why
that's
do you
my
call the
question.
timeout?
Why do you call timeout?
I don't understand that.
Maybe what play to run? I'm just trying to figure the rationale on the timeout. So now you give Mona Shores time. If they punt, this is what we're going to do. If they go for it, this is the defense we're going to run. If we stop, I'm going to have to hurry up because I think.
Yeah, what do you have to lose? I mean,
right? Yeah, I
suppose
just don't
they're
understand.
looking.
So
they're
now
looking
they're
to try
in
to
punt.
capitalize as much as they possibly can.
Right.
Even,
So now though they blew a timeout to stop the gun. They're going to punt. I mean, it was a no-brainer, I would think. But anyways, there's a snap.
Flag.
There's a flag. Short punt, end over end. It's going to be the shortest punt of the night, and it's going to be down. Yeah, I don't know, but the flag's back here, so it's probably going to be against.
Looks like a false start.
Bay
on
City
Bay
Central.
City.
So I would think it would be against Bay City. Illegal procedure. Illegal procedure, Bay City. It's declined. Why would you? Well, does taking the penalty now here? Do you take it or make them punt and hope to get a better return, or you just want the ball and go because you haven't stopped it?
You know, honestly, why just get the ball? 'Cause
Just get the ball and
if
go.
you punt it, you lose more time on the clock. And
Right,
Koziak's going to want to get this 35 points to start the second half.
And that's a great point. Right, that's exactly.
So.
I think that's it's a good call. So 1st and 10, ball's going to be at the 37. We got 1:07 left, plenty of time for Coach Kozak. I believe he's got 2 timeouts left. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom, fake jet. Rose going to keep the ball, little dump to Trovinger down that left side. Trovinger's going to get the first down, stop the clock. Tackled by number 5. That's Keenan, Thomas Keenan Jr. RPO, run pass option for Brady Rose. Trips to the right, split left. Hatcher the lone back. Rose. So the pass was intended for Jalen Hobson. He turns the.
He got a little contact from his defender over
Yeah,
there.
so he turned the wrong way. He was forced to turn the wrong way. He turned out instead of in, and the throw was thrown to the inside.
Yep.
So maybe at halftime, before halftime, we can come back later. You got some nice announcements for us regarding some money that maybe we got.
Yeah. We're going to talk about what's coming forward and the processes and
all good stuff. All great stuff here. Pierce, Rose keeping the ball. Rose is going to break through. Rose down to about the 20. Tackled by number 4 there. That's Sam Smith. Ball's going to be down at the 16, 17-yard line. 1st and 10, ball at 17, 43 seconds and counting. Wasting some time here, wasting almost 10 seconds now. 12, 13. Hatcher going to carry the ball. Hatcher's going to break through. Touchdown. Trayshawn Hatcher. Was that his 3rd of the game now? Yeah, that's his 3rd of the game. Wow, is he just explosive. So here's an important kick right here, if any, to get the running clock in the second half right away.
Well, and the takeaway from this game, obviously, we go back to our keys to success. Run a simple football game. Keep it simple. And they have been. They're keeping it on the ground. They're throwing decent passes. It's really been a fundamentally simple and sound. The other part of this is mistake-free football. We've seen where those mistakes have cost them a few yards, cost them a few actual scores in this game as well.
Fake 2-point conversion. Trovinger's going to run in for the. Is he in? I'm waiting for a signal.
Yep, and he's good.
He got it.
Yeah, you got it.
So Sailors up 40-0. 24 seconds remaining on the swing gate. It's the first time I think we've seen the swing gate where we haven't kicked it. We haven't seen it very often. But it does go for the 2. Sailors up 40-0. And they'll most likely go into halftime up at that point.
It's not 40-0. I thought it was 36.
Oh, it's 36.
Yeah, 35 would have been a score.
Right. Well, but he put up 40.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw the score.
And everybody, I actually changed it on the screen for our fans over there too. So. Again, with 24 seconds left, we're going to take a quick break while they get set up.
Are we going to take a break?
Just a quick one.
Just a quick one. Heckema getting ready to kick off. Want to welcome everybody back. Little pooch kick.
Beautiful.
It's going to fall right down there. It's going to be taken by number 44, and he's going to be tackled. 44, the ball carrier, that's Griffin. Jamar Griffin tackled Noah by 21. Number 21 in your program, Elijah Farnham. He's number 1 in everybody's heart on that tackle. Down to 24 seconds until halftime. Probably just one run play, I would think. And I really need something to drink. My throat is just from talking and coaching.
Yeah, you've been really working the pipes today.
I have. I worked them hard today on the sideline with our kids.
Usually, like you said, you get a little bit of a day break
Right.
in
yeah.
between that and this.
But I got half hour, 40 minutes because I was still with the kids. They were cleaning up. I was talking to met some of the parents and thanked them for coming, blah, 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 blah. Set up, we're going to have a team dinner for our kids.
No, timeout. Timeout, Bay City.
Timeout Bay City. So that'll be their third and final. Got to question this one.
No, don't leave them, right? Can't take them with you. You might as well use them.
Well, you might as well use them, but I think you might want to get this game done soon, too, though, instead of dragging it out.
You know, I see Kim, and he's kind of zooming in over there on the sidelines where Shores is huddling up during this. Kim, and take a look at the crowd over there. And I just want people to see how many people traveled for this game. That's not a full stadium by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're thinking of it from the standpoint of how many Mona Shore Sailors fans, it's just the fans. And then, you know, a lot of these are going to be parents and, you know, family members.
Maybe 300, 400
but yeah,
people.
I mean, this is a good travel.
Oh, it's a great travel.
You know, it's sad to see. Sometimes we get some teams that come visit us at Mona Shore's stadium, and they're not half as far away, and they're not as full as what this is.
No,
so
and there's a nice crowd for Bay City Central. And
beautiful,
to
beautiful
them.
crowd, absolutely. So kudos to the Mona Shore Sailors crowd that was able to make it out here, and kudos to we've had up to 150 people that have been watching tonight on Sailor Nation Sports. So good participation all the way
400
around.
people here. That's great to see. Jet to number 3. Tackled by number 9 there, Cam Sobish, Mike linebacker. Your runner, number 3, Houston. And that's going to bring us to halftime. Down to 4 seconds. Bay City Central's had enough. They're walking in, and we are at halftime. Bay City Central, Engel Stadium. Your score, Sailors on the road for the first long trip of the season, is comfortably up. 36-0. So we're going to give everybody back home a 15-minute break. We're going to take a short one. I'm going to stretch my legs a minute. You know, this isn't a good look right here on me.
This is a
compared to
great
you.
look.
No,
What are you talking
I'm
about?
all old and rattly right now. Not good, but
You
anyways.
look nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
Wise.
Yeah,
you
put
look
me in
like
a
one of those
closet.
coaches that just knows everything.
Well,
According to the score you had earlier today.
well,
that's
my
about
kids
right,
played
so.
good, and I'm blessed with just a wonderful coaching staff. Fill me in on some good news about Sailor Nation, because I think others out there, because we need some help.
And there's a lot of things yet that we don't know for sure, but we do know that we've secured some funding for some rebroadcast through the Government Access Channel 96, where we are being rebroadcast 4 different times after this game. You can catch it on cable channel 96. Along with the Muskegon Big Reds game, we flip-flop back and forth, each one of those. So you were getting more exposure, more than just our live stream, which is really
so
cool.
what people see right here looking at, that's going to be on TV. We're going to be on TV
This week,
too?
yes. This stuff now is going to be
so
on.
that's interesting to know.
It's
All
going
right.
to be, so, you know, mind your P's and Q's.
Okay, absolutely.
You want to look good. You do. You look good, so it'll be great.
It's about perception, though.
It is. It really is. And honestly, it's about fun.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Working with Andy O'Reilly on this, and you know, working through some things with the school and all that kind of stuff. It's been really fun to see over the course of the first year we did this, and now into the second year, people are just latching onto this. They love this. They absolutely love it.
And feel free that, you know, they love what these, you know, we're open to suggestions anytime. And you know, I've got something I'm working on that I want to talk to you about later on in the broadcast during the break. But we got some football going. So, guys, I'm going to go over here while the boss over there. We've got Kimmin up top, the visionary. Noah has come out of retirement for one game.
Just for a game. Actually, he'll be back next week, too. So he'll be helping us out.
Johnny will be spotting. I don't know what I'll be doing yet.
Well, wait a minute. No, it's not like some optional thing here. Like, you're going to come back and just mooch off. Yeah, come back and just mooch off of mom and dad, and you can just have a good time. I think that's what you should do, buddy. But we'd love to have you, Booth, but we can work with Johnny. We got Johnny. Johnny Hall.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Johnny Hall, yeah.
Johnny Hall. And we got Connor Fritz over there doing something for some teacher, Mr. Drosky, the great Mr. Drosky over there. So he's doing work.
So
And
Kim
you and I, my friend.
Yeah, Kim and we were going to have you zoom in on Connor. He's doing that now. And Connor's actually checking his phone now. Not sure if it's one of the girls that he got a phone number from earlier today that he's talking to.
And then it was so
or...
cute. He wanted to go in the hallway and just check the girl. Every saw those volleyball girls. Brady Rose rolls into the right, little pass, and it was low. It was intended for Keandre Pearson. It was low. Nothing against Keandre. It was down a little well below his knees, but tough. Brady rolling right, having to throw right. It's more natural than rolling left and having to torque your body around. But a little, a little low, but nothing against Brady. Good news. It looks like we're going to get Caden Boersma back for next week.
And even better news. 2 games into this now, we know that if something were to go wrong and Caden were to get hurt again, Brady Rose is doing a fantastic job of maintaining. And really, the depth that we have so far has been incredible. It's been really good. You look back at last year, 32, that's Andre Burks. He got a little flip from Brady Rose on that to run left, but they came back. I think back to last year, and this is not to take anything away from the players that are on the Mona Shore Sailor roster this year, but Sincere Dent would have probably got that and just trucked through people.
Well, there's a world difference between Sincere and Andre, but Andre's only a junior this year as well, and he's got a wonderful future. His dad played for me at Muskegon. Andre's senior. Keandre Pierce spit out to the right. H-back off to the left. Hatcher at fullback, a little contre. Hatcher's going to go around that side.
Speed.
Hatcher around down to 50. He's going to cut back. One
Beautiful
cut. Look at that little juke.
extra,
God,
yeah.
it's just a joy.
I tell you.
Run out of bounds by number 7 there, Sajak. Chase Sajak. What, any relation to Pat Sajak, you think?
maybe.
Now, isn't Pat Sajak from the
Wheel of Fortune.
the Wheel of Fortune?
So I wanted to tell you, congratulations.
For
We have broken the 2,000 member mark.
Oh, that's great
tonight.
news. That's great news.
2,002 members and counting.
You're right. And so our goal is going to be what?
2,500. We'd like to see
2,500.
2,500. So
Yeah.
keep those people coming.
Fumble. Now that's considered a pass. That little shuffle is considered a pass in the statistics. So, and that's a tough little bit. You're moving around a little bit. Still got the first string offense out there. Got to believe you're going to see them maybe just through this quarter. Come fourth quarter, you'll get some other kids coming in. Number 50 coming in right now is Joy Cerner.
One thing we did not mention at the beginning of the second half, it is a running clock. We mentioned it at the end of
Oh,
the
yeah,
last
that's
one, but
right,
we are
yeah.
now on the running clock, 36-0. Anytime in the second half you have more than 35 points difference between the scores, you get that running clock.
Brady rolling out to the left, looking downfield.
Dropped.
Oh, my God, that was wide open. Keandre Pierce was wide open. And classic example, wide open, head goes up just for a second, and boom, he drops it. And let me tell you, in our JV game, Mark Konechny was spot on tonight. We couldn't catch a cold there on a couple passes. I think we dropped 2 or 3 touchdown passes, and we couldn't catch a cold for a while.
Well, watching the JV your group, these first couple of weeks, there's a lot of good talent that's going to be coming up into the varsity the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got there's Burks. Ooh, Burks is just leveled. Noah, get a no. Yeah, who hit Burks, though?
I think that was number 10.
Was that number 10? That's Hoyt, Xavier Hoyt. That was a crash. Oh, my God, that was something. Yeah, thanks for the compliment. We got a nice group of kids just getting into it. I bought some little stickers. I had some stickers made up, and kind of like in a pyramid. It says BBT, Believe, and then 11 Strong. BBT, when they put on there, Be Better Today. Every day I want you to be a little bit better. Believe. I want you to believe in yourself that you can be better and do a good job. And then 11 strong, there are 11 components to a football team, from special teams to offense to defense, and they break down. And in order to win a game, all 11 have to be on the same page. So I put that on the back of the helmet as a motivational for them. So I'm going to do a little thing. And it kills me to say that, but I got that from Urban Meyer. I'm reading his book, Above the Line. I know. Forgive me on that. I know it's like I'm on suicide watch right now.
So next week we'll be doing some interviews for co-host.
For a goal. So Andy, you
Oh, boy.
44 with the pick. There's a rare pick. Number 44.
Boy,
Jamar Griffin.
I tell you, Griffin was just
and there's
sitting
a
there.
flag now, late flag.
Brady looked right through him.
Yeah, right.
Right
and
through
he
him.
just jumped
never
right up
saw him.
and picked it off. So I make one comment about Ohio State like that, and I'm just out the door.
No, I didn't. I just was thinking that maybe we should have some open interviews. I didn't. I wasn't saying
Didn't
anything.
specify for what openings for anything like that.
Technical.
Technical support, right?
Yep, technical
Okay,
support.
all right.
So that was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Bay City after that interception.
Probably
Interception
celebration.
still-
Yeah, it might have been a celebration or something, or a cheap shot in there. Okay, I've got a question more, Mr. Carpenter in waiting here, unless there's somebody out in Southern Nations. Do we want to meet this week and put some shoving up in our little thing to
Yes,
create, you know?
I would like to at some point.
check
in time,
your
yes.
schedule. Just check your schedule. Let me know. I'm at your disposal.
My friend Todd, who's the Ohio State fan, he thinks I should be reading the Urban Meyer book as well.
Oh,
So-
it's a good and this I just heard such good review. It really is a good book. It really is. For the ball carrier, that's Sam Smith, tackled by number 8, Gary Humphrey. No, it's well written, and it's not just. It's really very little X's and O's. It's developing young men to be very productive members of and there's a lot of good stuff I'm getting at. So I'm gonna maybe I'll call Urban up and just chat with him a little bit and let him know what a nice job he did on the book. Never. Never. So it's second down and 3 to go. Ball's at the Wolves 45-yard line.
What
Boy,
beautiful
number-
penetration there! I'll tell you what.
Hakema on the tackle.
He was in that backfield almost at the snap.
And Houston. Boy, if we ever upgrade, if there's somebody out in Sailor Nation that's good on a computer that would want to help us out, be a statistician, God, that would be just wonderful, I think.
We're slowly getting there. Maybe we could take a pay cut and maybe afford somebody. What do you think?
Yeah, why not take a pay cut, you know? Why not? It's not like we're losing anything if we take a cut. Maybe we owe Sailor Nation Sports some money. Third down and 4 yards to go. Going downfield, he's open. There's going to be a flag right there. Yeah. Saw it right down here, his right hand.
Good call.
Number 6 right there. Kyrie Hamill was running step, but he just got that right hand and was pulling on. And once you get that little separation, you see the flag came out right away, and that was a good call.
That was a very good call. Now, again, you see some things happening here in the second half of this game that you don't want to see from Mona Shores.
Right.
Very similar to last time when you come out, you had mentioned it, especially on the first game, when you're not really used to the pace of the game.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You kind of start to relax a little bit in that 15 minutes, and then you come out and stretch. You don't necessarily fire right back up.
Oh,
and
no.
it seems like, to me, Bay City's come out with intention, you know, and Mona Shores has not been.
Come with intention, say that got the game in the bag, up 36-0, you know, this and that.
Right.
Real proud of our kids. Our tempo was really fast, and the kids did a nice job responding to that.
Beautiful.
3. And that's Houston. Houston's going to be one tired puppy tonight. Hakema and who is number 9? Cam. So, boy, Cam's having a nice game at Mike linebacker tonight. Cam's really stepping up. Oh, no, Cam might be at Will linebacker. He's at Will linebacker, weak side linebacker as well. He's having a nice game right there. I think I was gagging on some bad air up here. This big
It's
city
probably,
here.
gagging on the thought of Urban Meyer.
Well, that would, and to give him compliments, God, that just.
That must have tasted terrible.
It
coming out of your
was,
mouth.
and I'm still reading, and I read the book a lot just to get little ideas, but more ideas. Houston carrying the ball,
going
he is
nowhere.
just not going anywhere. In fact, barely got back to the line of scrimmage, tackled by number 6, Kyrie Hamill. It's going to bring down a 3rd and about 11, so it's the money bound, ribbing the hands together, and it's really caught on quite nicely here.
Still adding more members
So
as we go.
I got a question for you.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's the Sailor Salute. Boy, it'd be nice to meet some of our family if they wanted to come in and introduce themselves.
Yeah, you mean like our actual families, yours and
well,
mine? And
no, because God, your family's on all the time, for heaven's sakes. I feel like it should be at the family reunion or something.
I got the
No,
invite
Sailor
ready.
Nation family, come out. I'd love, we'd love to have you and talk.
Oh,
to you.
absolutely.
Yeah, our
Yep.
local new family here.
Yep.
Trips to the top, split to the bottom, back to pass down the middle. That's going to be intercepted by Brady Rose. Brady's going to be across
Settle
the
in.
35,
Yep. There you
40,
go. Settle in.
45,
No
50.
bad blocks.
Brady's going to go down that left sideline. Brady's going to be run out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
29.
The one official is right at the 30.
Is it?
It's about
No
a 50-yard
flags?
return by Brady Rose. Again, just doing everything. Just contributing in a special way at a great time. There's a flag down.
Where's the flag?
Well, I heard him say there was a flag down, but I don't see a flag.
No, I didn't see any flag.
I didn't either, but he said there was a flag.
You know, when you think about it, again, you look at Houston on the Bay City Central side of the ball, and you think similarly to Brady Rose.
Yeah, right.
Brady Rose is on the special teams. Brady Rose is on defense making plays. He's on the offense as a quarterback.
Does everything, yeah. Never comes off the
we
field.
get Caden back, and now you've just saved up a little bit of that energy for what you need in the rest of the game. You're spreading that
Brady's
out.
going to stay in that offense. He's just
Sure.
going to go to slot.
No, I
but
mean, he's not going to
get beaten up
yeah,
all the time
right.
and doing everything right. So there was no flag on the play. It's 1st and 10. Ball's going to be at the 30. Hatcher carrying the ball. Hatcher, look at that. Just one cut. I tell you, he is as dynamic of a back as I've seen in a long time. Tackled by number 75 right here. That's Shea Cripps. You look at Sincere Dent, and I'm not, somewhat I'm compared, but Sincere Dent was just force of nature, where he would just run you over and make a cut every now and then, right?
He was a straight north-south runner that just
could flow
blew through you.
But Trayshawn Hatcher can just weave and dance and set up and stop on a dime and do this. It's a joy.
Yeah.
It is just flat out a joy.
And quite honestly, I think the difference in pace, for that has helped out because everybody was so used to
Travenger on the jet going around that left side is going to pick up about 5 yards. Go ahead, my friend.
everybody had been used to running against or blocking against Sincere Dent for the last few years. He's a totally different running back, and it is something special to watch. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's a joy. It really is a joy to watch, and it's a good number. It's a good number to have him back there, and Andre Burt's going to give him a blow if he wants. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Ball's going to be at the 15-yard line. So Sailor's knocking on the door one more time.
21 seconds left in the third quarter with this running clock. Oh, man.
Look at that little move, touchdown.
And it's not even just, it's vision. He sees the seam, and he rides right through that seam like it's.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see when the first state rankings come out where we are now.
What did you see for our rankings on Max Prep earlier today?
I saw 13. I couldn't get MI Preps or whatever.
So 13th? Max Prep has got us at number 13 in the state.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Hey, we just got a very, very good comment here. Chris Johnson says that he's also watching the Wake Forest Rice game.
Oh.
And he says that we are so much better than the CBS commentators.
Well, God bless him. Thank you so very much.
Much appreciated. Absolutely. Well, with 13 seconds left in the third quarter, Mona Shores is handily winning 43-0 against the Bay City Central Wolves. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Sailors have scored, and I got some updates on what Noah was sharing with us because I can say, God, 13. No, there's a fumble on the kickoff. There's a scramble for the ball. Sailors up 43-0, 7 seconds and counting down on this running clock.
Looks like Bay City came up.
Looks like Bay City got it, but we're going to stay. Can we stay at the break here a minute?
Yeah.
And talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking up because I can say, God, these got it. So after Special Detroit Free Press. This is after week 1. It's the Super 10. It's all district. Overall number 1 at West Bloomfield Hills. So number 2 Muskegon, Clinton Township, Chippewa Valley 3. Muskegon Mona Shores is 4. Rockford is number 5.
That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a big game when we get that. And we knew that going into.
In Division 1. All right, you got West Bloomfield, Clinton. Rockford is number 3 in Division 1. In Division 2, where we're the number 1 ranked team in the state in Division 2 right now.
And this is according to who again?
This is to Mick McCabe.
Mick McCabe.
Yep, from the Detroit Free Press, who's been around forever.
And I don't recall where we were with the preseason rankings before week 1.
We were number 19 in the preseason.
And I think, again, that's a pretty good reflection of answering the questions of how we were going to respond to losing so many big-time players.
Montague's ranked number 2. Muskegon number 1 in Division 3. No, Muskegon Catholic Central is in Division 6 because they're co-oping with Western Michigan Christian, and you have to count their enrollment as part of Catholics.
Gotcha.
So Muskegon Catholic Central is number 9. I don't think we got anybody in 7 or 8. So
25, Muskegon was winning 21-6.
Muskegon up 21-6 over Martin Luther King in a rare night game downtown Detroit.
Yes.
3 on the carry.
Little carry.
Houston has just got some
Boy,
speed.
Houston has just got some speed. And we bottled them up nicely.
21 on the tackle.
Tackled by number 21 now, Elijah Farnham. Going to get some other kids in there. James McBride is now in. Number 73, James Olson. So, Cliff Rundle.
Yes.
Your grandson is on this team, and I owe you an apology. He is on the varsity. I wasn't
Varsity.
Sure.
He's on the varsity, yep.
So your grandson, James McBride, Cliff, got to be proud. The young man is making granddad very, very proud out here. Tell you, everybody from Mona Shores has hung around till the end of this game. They could have been out of here an hour ago. They could have been out here at halftime, but they didn't. They're staying, and congratulations and thank you. Boy, McBride's a big kid. James Olson is a big kid, 6 feet, 240, Cliff. You got a big grandson right there, buddy. Trying to get some more numbers as I see them right here. Farnham is in there. Fumble. Houston picking up the ball. Number 4, he runs out of his shoe.
Taken down by 24.
Number 4 is Sam Smith, putting on his shoe right now. Looks like he's hurt a little bit. trainer going over to look at him. I don't know if he got stepped on or what. Brandon Coy is in, number 13. Keith Longmire in at a corner. So a lot of subs going to play this fourth quarter. Got a shutout going for Coach Check and his defense. Roralski on the carry.
Tackled by about 4 guys.
Cliff wants to know what number James is.
James is number 73, Cliff.
You know, I love when we get up in the game like this and we can get some of the bench out here.
Oh, God, yes.
And not only for the ability to be able to play in these games, but again, we've talked about it last year, and I think it's important to talk about again this year. You have to be able to get that bench some playing time because when you have injuries, it's next man up, and you're going to have to find some way to get them game time playing time. Scrimmages aren't the same. Game speed is different. We know that at every level.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And this is where you develop your caliber of the long drive for playoff. And you get them the ability to get in those games, and it's not going to be so foreign to them if they have to step up and make that, need to fill a spot.
Right, and you mentioned game speed against Gifford, and freshman to JV, big step. JV to varsity, huge step because there's 2 grade levels right there,
Right.
11th and 12th
Right.
graders. So, congratulations to Coach Kozak, his staff, the entire program. We get out of here with 3 wins. 3 wins last week, 6-0 overall in the program.
Whole program, yep, got it.
Number 33, the ball carrier, Timothy Rozalski. We're down to 808 and counting down here at Engels Stadium. Number 8, the quarterback coming in, Jedizak. Alex Yomas also in right now. Base 4-2-5 look.
Quarterback keeper.
Going to pick up about 2 on the carry right now.
Well short of the first down.
You know, as these young, kids are playing, let's talk about next week a little bit. What do you got planned for us, boss?
Well, really, I don't have anything planned yet other than typically what we do. I'd like to get some interviews done with the people
Bill
that are really
O'Brien, obviously,
behind
yeah.
the event. I talked about, it was really Mike Koziak that kind of spawned this entire thing, was it not? If I'm not mistaken, if you
I
remember.
think it was Matt that spawned it in memory. Well, not in memory, but his brother.
In honor of his brother.
Who served.
Right. So I think the Koziaks would be great to be able to talk to. I would also like to talk to some of our first responders. Both from our area and the awesome opportunity to talk to some of them that cover the Reese Puffer area as well.
Yeah, why not?
As well as military.
Yeah. We'll need to get, obviously, Superintendent Bill O'Brien.
Yep.
Todd Conrad.
Love to get some people in like that.
Jennifer Bustard. We have to get those 3 for sure as well. But, yeah, first responders, whether it's police, any of the armed services would be great.
Yeah, and I think that we'll be able to get some of that stuff. I just think it makes the event. It's a bigger event.
Do we want to get started earlier in the day?
Yeah,
with
we're gonna
this?
next week. We are going to start a little bit earlier with our broadcast, probably a good hour early, just to get some of that pregame stuff in. So,
33, the ball carrier, Runovich.
now this is again from a defensive perspective. What I'm seeing, Nick, is a lot of arm tackling up high. That's why these running backs are able to get a few extra yards, is they're not taking them out at the leg level.
Right.
And fundamentally, you've got to tackle low.
Down. Yeah, right, from the waist down.
And you're not. If you looked at that last one, they were just all trying to wrap up on top, and it's just arm tackling.
And I'll tell you why, you got second-tier kids who aren't as acclimated as or natural athletes as some of the starters. There's a fumble on the play. But yet the heart is as solid as any starter out there.
And just given the time throughout the
Right,
season,
yep.
given the time through, if you're a sophomore that might be playing up high or
Right,
junior,
exactly.
you've got time to teach those fundamentals
Well,
and really
and-
drive it home.
And that was the nice thing about our win against Bay City night. We played everybody. We played them for a whole quarter, which was nice. They worked just as hard. They get beat up just like any other guy. So that was a good thing. 4:52 coming down. It's 3rd and 6. The ball's marked at the 22-yard line.
Noah, it's been great having you back in here.
Oh, God, yes. Your dad's lost without you, for heaven's sakes. God, it's just like, honestly, you know what? If I can just be honest with Sailor Nation Sports, your dad's just lost. He literally is lost. I mean, he comes in, he's moping around here. He puts on a clown face for everybody, Noah, because you're gone. Let's just face it, Joe.
It's,
I don't know.
It's not the same booth.
No, I know.
Johnny's doing a great job for his first game. He really learned fast.
Oh, yeah, he did a nice job, but Noah.
Hanging out with my boy.
Yeah, I know, hanging out with the boy and all that. But it's good. Noah, it's great to have you here. And Noah, you got a great dad, and blessed to be able to work with him. And with Kim, and we got a good family right here. Uh-oh, Bay City is going to score.
Number
33, so the shutout is averted by Bay City. 33, Renovich with the touchdown with 3:50 remaining.
Still able to maintain the running clock at this
Yes,
point.
thank goodness. I was looking, I was figuring out, oh, thank God we can. So next week, Reese Puffer, conference game, first conference
Correct.
game of the season.
Yep.
It's Sailor Salute, so we're going to get there early, get things set up. Let me know what we need, some stools and stuff, and I can get
Yeah, we'll
some of that
take the
ready.
rest of this week to put a little bit of a game
Yeah.
plan together on that.
TV8 is doing something special that I wanted to share with you. What's next Friday? They say it's thunderstorms right now. We'll have to see. TV8 is doing something special. They're doing like a game day show from different high schools. They get there like at 4 in the morning, and the kids get there and they carry it until about 7, and then they go back, to the local.
I think TV13 has done that a lot over the years too.
It's something that I'm going to propose to you during the week.
Do a morning game day show.
I think that would,
A morning. Don't you? What do you? I work. I mean, what do you? Oh, I'm sorry. You're retired.
I don't know if you really have to say it that bluntly about being retired.
I was just saying
I've
you
got
were
another
retired.
No, I am retired from one, meeting the needs of kids and building and bonding relationships in another district.
Yes, you are.
I'm a cheap hire.
Holton Red Devils.
I can only make so much. 40-year veteran, master's degree, pennies on the dollar. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I love working with Eric Carlson up at Holton. And Adam Bain, the superintendent, is first class.
Pennies on the dollar. It's kind of like this job.
Pennies on the dollar. That's exactly right. But it would be fun to do something or start our pregame early. But you see, you work too. So
Well, we can do a little bit more of a pregame show, and I would really like to
I think that
do
would
that.
be fun to do, and it'd be fun if we could get so many ideas. See, I really, I'm not ready to. I'd love to be able to retire full time and just do this gig and spot.
Me too.
And just bring in.
One of us has to
restaurants.
win the lottery, and then we could do
Somebody's
it.
got to win the lottery, or if Sailor Nation Sports, somebody out there wants to help us and do all this wonderful stuff.
Oh, blocking the back here. Another one that's going to be pulled back because of a penalty.
Yeah, and okay, so there's going to be a horse collar.
Now it's offset, so what is that?
We kick it over again.
It is a kick over.
That's what I think. If they're offsetting. But if somebody out in Sailor Nation wants to say, you know what, I'd love to be your coordinator.
Well,
and work with you. That would be fun.
And there's another thing that I want to point out. Sailor Nation fans, I know you guys are watching. I know you guys are listening. We are also going to be firing up the sponsorships again. Now that we're coming up in the season, we got things rolling pretty good. We're going to get the sponsorship information out there. We might have a few new ones out there this year, but I think we'll do the ones that we had last year as well. So for those that are interested and willing to help us keep this thing going, continue to buy a few more things here and there, we'd love to see you guys out there. We'll provide the information for the sponsorship opportunities over the course of this next week. So stay tuned and make sure to watch that.
Yeah, and I'm trying with you. I talked to you about this as well, but a local sports show. You and I, along with the guys from Muskegon, and doing some in a local show would be fun. We have no local sports show along West Michigan.
I think it would be very fun to do something like that.
I think it would be fun, and if you like,
find a good place to hang out.
Invite people
to watch.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I'd like to have a local sports show in Muskegon. It's always been a dream. Let us know what you think out in Sailor Nation Sport. We care about you more than you realize. I wish we could meet some of you more and more. Come out to the Sailors. Introduce yourselves. Let us know. Feel free to comment, criticize. You've got some, whatever. We want to make this your show. We're doing it for you because we love what we do.
No doubt about it. And really, this is for the fans. We want
this. It is for the fan, right?
And for the kids.
Right.
Getting some exposure.
So that's Jalen Hobson. So I was right. So it was a return offsetting the re-kick, and Jalen Hobson brings it right back. Rock, he's proud of your son tonight. He's doing good. 3:20, counting down. 43-6 is your score. So Sailor Nation, we are heading home with 3 wins tonight, 3 wins last week. Boy, we're undefeated on the season so far, and it's a good thing. Next week, freshmen in JV will be on the road once again at Reese Puffer. The following week, freshmen will be on the road at Rockford. The following week, the JV will be on the road again, week 5, down in Kalamazoo.
Wow.
Yeah, look at me. Look at us.
Yeah.
They'll never see us at home. Thank God they travel well. That's all I've got. Yeah, you laugh. You go ahead and laugh.
I'm
buddy.
not laughing.
You're laughing inside. I saw that. Who's that quarterback? Keandre Pierce at quarterback. Second unit kids coming in. 21 at a slot. Farnham. Trying to see who is this down here at the bottom here. No, who's
to be 17.
that's who I thought it was. Number 70, Dylan Delzenberg. Correction, that's Farnham on the ball. We're 2:10 and counting down.
That's good shout outs there. Great job to us. Thanks for doing it. All the levels of football. Nick is the best. That's on there from Cliff.
Thank you, Cliff. You know I love you. God, Cliff was one of my first students when I first started teaching in '79. Cliff, your grandson's doing well, buddy. Glad to hear it, and hope to see you at Planet Fitness when I start lifting again, one after the football season. Trips to the left, split to the right. Burks, the lone back. Going to hand off to Burks. Burks is going to get the ball. No. Pierce carrying the ball on the read. Inside veer.
65 on the tackle.
Tackled by number 65. That's Velasquez.
Minute 20 counting down. Means that our end is in sight. Our night is just about done, Nick. Long day for you.
Long day. Hey, and a long ride home, too. Boy, there's a bright spot in this day, isn't it? And I hope you don't mind. I'm going to have to boogie out of here because I got to get stuff right away and load up the van. And
Noah, can you do one more score update for us on the other games? Some of the other local ones
somebody
as
said
well?
I did have one. Shelby and Oak Ridge, 63-0 halftime.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's...
Try to get some. I know somebody had mentioned announcing some of the other scores. Great idea. We actually did a couple of them earlier. We're going to do some more now for you.
8:55. Reese Puffer is winning against South Christian 28-21.
Oh, that's
Reese
good for
Puffer up
Reese Puffer.
28-21.
Sailors in victory formation. That's going to be the last play of the game. So I'm going to head on out. Sailor Nation, listen, thank you very much. I've got a lot to do and a long trip home. We look forward to seeing you and hopefully meeting some of you next Friday at the Sailors Salute. I'm going to turn it over to my friend, my dear friend. I consider him one of my best friends.
Absolutely.
Joe Canucano, wonderful seeing you, my friend. I am out. Drive home safely.
Likewise, you do
Get
the
together.
same thing. Sailor Nation closing it up with a 43-6 win over Bay City Central Wolves. It is a long trip back, but it was well worth coming over here for victory number 2 on the season. We will see you guys again next week with the Sailor Salute. The Sailor Salute, big opportunity for you guys to come out, and the entire event is set up to give thanks to first responders and military personnel alike for everything that they do. So come on out, Sailor Stadium next week against Reese Puffer at home at the Sailor Salute. Once again, we'll close it out. Again, a big win, 43-6 against the Bay City Central Wolves. Thank you, Sailor Nation. We appreciate you. Have a great, great night.